Alright, hello everybody and welcome to tonight's show. Tonight we got Mr. Tony Spagoni with us.
Hi.
He's from a couple of my videos. None of them are very memorable because it's him, but that's alright. I consider him a Wizard101 expert. So we're going to put him to the test tonight and give him a few general knowledge questions and see how well he does. Are you ready? Let's get started. First we're just going to, kind of get to know your Wizard101 career so far. So, how long have you been playing Wizards?
I've been playing Wizards pretty much since it came out, I think.
So when did it come out?
92.
Alright, and what's your highest level character then?
Level 100. And he is a mage.
Alright, level 100 mage. That's what my friend is actually. Alright, so obviously that's just your highest level character, but how many can you have total? How many characters can you have total?
I believe 1.
Just one character, that's right. And you already mentioned mage, but there's actually 7 other schools that you can be when you make a character. Can you just name those for me?
Alright, so we have mage, earth, wind, and fire.
Alright, yeah, 4 more.
Electric, air kingdom,
Wind and the air kingdom, yep, they are different.
rock, and grass.
Rock, earth, and grass. Yep, that's all. Sweet. Alright. So currently there's been some updates, obviously, but what is the current highest level you can get? The highest level your wizard can be right now?
200. And I'm halfway there.
Yeah, 100 is half of 200. That is good. So, obviously you can walk around all the different places, but they added mounts not too long ago. Different, things you can ride. I just want you to name just a couple mounts that you can ride. A couple different things to get around fast.
There is sloth is one. I saw that on a video.
Yeah, slowpoke sloth, yeah.
I'm actually pretty sure that's the only one that they have right now. But they have cars, though, so...
And what kind of cars are they?
Wizard cars. And that's actually one of the quests, I think, is to get your driver's license on there. I think that's actually the first one that's in the game, so...
Yep, that is the first quest. Alright, so obviously every wizard can get a pet. You get a pet at a certain level when you do a quest, but you can make them stronger by training them. I just want you to list a couple of ways that you can train.
I think the best way to do it is, well, the way that I did mine anyway, is you just, you have to buy treats first from the wizard store. And then when they do something good, you give them one of the wizard treats.
And can you name one of the snacks for me?
If you have like a better pet, then you have to get the good one. And I think that they're called the Wizard Mix.
Wizard Mix.
And that's kind of like for the best ones in the game. And that's I think that one is the second quest of the game.
Now, can you just describe to me what is the spiral?
Well, from what I know about spirals in the past, they spin. And what I think the spiral is actually from the Wizard Ice Cream Parlor. And that's kind of like, I think, like their special.
So, obviously throughout the game you fight a lot of enemies, go through a lot of battles, but who is like the first main villain that you have to go against? The first like major story arc involves who?
Well, the first story arc is, as I said the first time, it's all about getting your driver's license. So, I think the first major villain is just the driving instructor. Nailed
that one. Alright, let's move on. Okay, so in one of the main areas known as Ravenwood, you should be familiar with Ravenwood, of course, there is somebody known as Bartleby. Bartleby? Yeah. But he's not like human or anything. He's not human. He is a... what?
Oh, Bartleby is actually a wizard, not a human, so...
Yeah, I guess that was pretty easy. Obviously, wizards and humans are not the same thing. Alright, so... every school has its own teacher. One of my personal favorite teachers is Cyrus Drake. I just want you to kind of describe what he looks like to me.
He's the teacher.
What school does he teach, by the way?
The School of Hard Knocks.
And is that separate from the previous 7 schools you named?
Yeah, that is a secret school. If I were to describe his appearance, he's like tall. He's like sort of African American, except he's also a wizard, and he's really serious. So.
And what kind of hair does he have?
No hair.
Alright, so now we're just going to kind of get into some battle stuff. You know, it's obviously a big part of the game. That's how you fight things. So we're just going to kind of answer some questions about the battle system. So first off, pretty simple, mana. What do you use mana for?
From what I understand, mana is like the wizard version of blood for a human. So when you use your attacks in the combat system that you mentioned, you have to make sure you aim for the opponent's mana if you want to get like maximum damage.
Wizards bleed mana.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Now, what is a pip?
A pip is kind of like like a greeting for wizards, but only in certain world zones, because only for like the British zones, when they say, "Oh, pip pip," stuff's like, you know, pip. That's what they say to greet the other wizards when they come into battle.
Alright, so something else you can use in battle is a treasure card. Can you describe to me what a treasure card does?
Well, a treasure card is when you kind of decide as one that you're just not going to battle anymore and kind of pursue other matters. And I think that's actually where the second game came out, which is a pirate game, I think. And that's actually what it's related to.
Yep, it is, yes. An homage to Pyro 101, yes. That is another game. Good job, good job. Didn't know you played that one. Alright, so obviously you don't want to just use regular attack by itself. You might want to power it up. So what are some ways you can make your attack a little stronger before hitting your enemy?
I think that's actually where the microphone part of the game comes in, because if you like shout your spells when you use them, like the chants that come with the spells, then it like amplifies their power, and that's the main way. You can also sing it.
Yeah, but what are like some actual cards you can use to boost your spells?
I think those are called pet cards. I think that's actually when your pet comes in for you and does the shouts for you. I guess if you don't have a microphone or you just don't feel like shouting, then your pet can do it for you.
Yeah, some people do not have mics, and their pets can help them out with that. Alright, now there is a world in Wizards that has crocodiles. What is this world called?
Animal Kingdom.
I mean, obviously, if it has animals, it must be the Animal Kingdom. It's the only place. Alright, another world, pretty somewhat recent one, still a little old, is Azteca. You should be familiar with that. But the cool thing about Azteca is when you finish the last quest, something major happens. And what is that? What happens at the end of Azteca?
You are become a mummy, and all of your friends become mummies, and you have to fight the mummies because it's in Egypt or Brazil. Yeah.
Mummies in Brazil. All right, and does anything happen to the world itself? Like, is it good? Is it still intact, or something happened to it?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say it's pretty good. It gets like still rains sometimes on some days, but it's pretty good.
Alright, so say either you finished all the quests or you're just tired of questing or whatever. What are some other things that you can do besides questing to be entertained on the game?
Wizard games. Kind of like our Olympics, sort of. The Wizard games. And they hold them all the time.
Wizard games?
It's just like the battle system, except it's called the Wizard games this time.
So PvP is basically what you're saying?
Yes, but it's actually WVW because it's wizards.
Right. We already established that in an earlier question. Okay. I think that about covers most of the actual questions. Now we're going to test your knowledge on the spells themselves. So, are you ready? I'm just going to show you a spell without the name, and you just have to simply tell me what spell it is. Alright, for the first spell.
I believe it's called the Firebird. And then underneath it is like the phone number for you to call. The first part of it for you to call it to come and help you in battle.
Okay, can you just explain what this number means?
That is the triangle number. That is how many triangles if that spell has on it.
And what about this percentage? What does that mean?
That is actually the circle percentage. So along with the triangles, there's how much of a circle. So 3, it's a 75%. So that's like 3/4 of the full circle. So it's really all about shapes in this game.
Okay, and what would it mean if this was 100%? If it was full circle, what would that mean?
That's like the best card that's ever that you have, because you're just going full circle.
And can you actually just name one spell for me that is 100%, that is a full circle?
I believe there's a newer version of the Firebird, the Flamebird 2. He has 100%. Looks just like that actually, except there's 2 of them.
There's 2 Flamebirds. All right, next one, right here.
That one is from Azteca, I think, because it's like a sphinx. Sphinx, but it's like the wizard version of a sphinx.
And then you actually haven't named it yet. Can you please name it for me?
The Egyptian, I think, is what that's called.
Moving on. Pretty simple one.
I believe that one is the Firebird Junior. As you can see, it only has 3 triangles, as opposed to the 5 of its father.
Alright, yep, you got that one. Now, what is this one?
That one is the Grim Reaper, similar to the Grim Reaper, but like the opposite. So he's like the Grim Teacher. I can tell you this one has like a special effect on it, as cards do in the game, where it says, if you take 500 broken hearts and you convert them to, you kind of mend them. It's like a story about love.
Can you actually just describe how that works in a battle?
This character actually serves as like he kind of steps into the battle and says about, how important love is, kind of stops the fight, and he's kind of wants to see the love.
Alright, obviously each spell has a different colored border, which means that it belongs to a different school. Can you just tell me which school this particular spell is from?
Air Kingdom.
Makes the most sense. Next one. Pretty common one. A lot of people's favorites.
Alright, this one is very similar to the card we showed before. This one's also from Azteca, I believe. And very similar to the Egyptian, except this one, instead of being a bear, is an elephant, as you can tell from the
Tusks.
Tusks. And his name is Elephant. Egyptian. Egyptian.
Yeah. Alright, just real quick, speed round. Name this one.
Ninja Pig.
Alright, good. And another one?
Well, Cyclops. 2. 1.
Okay, I actually noticed a little confusion. It is the first one, though. You were right with your second guess there. Alright, and this one?
The Blind Woman of the North.
Yes, because the south one is not good. We all know that. But can you just describe to me what its power means? What that means down there?
Yes, that means actually 100... That's a plane right there. It's flying downward. It looks like a plane. So 100 plane punches per pip. So every time someone says pip to you, you do 100 just plain punches on them.
And can you just explain to me what X triangles means?
That's actually Roman numerals. So this one must be from Azteca too, which means 10 triangles actually.
And are there any spells not from Azteca? It seems like all the ones you've named so far have been.
Yes.
Alright, next.
Oh, that is the dog of the Grim Teacher from before. So,
Which teacher?
The Grim Teacher.
Alright. This one should be pretty easy.
Chocolate Avalanche. Go. No. Chocolate Rain. There's actually a video about that on YouTube, so you should check that out if you haven't seen it.
Yep. Shout out to Tezande. Alright. Next on the list is...
Angelica.
Alright, and also, what school is this with the green border?
Grass.
Okay, I thought you were going to say Earth or Rock. I was worried there. Alright, next one on the list.
Trick question. That's actually a card from Pirate 101. which is, as I mentioned before, and his name is Jack Bones.
I cannot fool you. Alright, we have one last card. And here we go.
There's 85% circle, full circle. And that is because there's 3 cards in one. I believe that that's actually all of the schools on one card. And I think they actually took this one out of the game because it was too powerful. But it's actually called the well, I don't think that one has a name. I think it's like kind of like in Harry Potter, like you don't want to say it because it's like you can't. It's bad. That's how you actually get banned in the game. Is if you say that the name.
Yep, I was actually going to ask you how you got banned, and you already solved the question for me. Oh, sorry, we have one last mystery one. I did not see this one. I scrolled down and found it. So here's the true final last card. Good luck.
That is the Blue Pegasus of the East.
So as you can see, he's obviously clearly the Wizard101 expert, and I have no more questions because he's already answered them all flawlessly, I might add.
Mm-hmm.
So that about ends this little questionnaire. Any last words, Mr. Spagoni?
Wingardium Leviosa.
One of the spells we did not cover. All right. So besides that, I'll see you next time, guys. Pip pip.